Usually you find Campari orange only on your cocktail menu, but today it is infused in this cake and it makes it super delicious and moist, and it is also very easy to make.
For the dough, I take Greek yogurt, sugar and eggs and mix them in my standing mixer. Then I mix the dry ingredients: wheat semolina, ground almonds and grated zest of oranges. If you have organic oranges, then of course you can grate the peel fresh. Once the yogurt, egg, sugar mixture has combined, I add my liquid butter and the dry ingredients to it. This gets stirred in the machine until I have a homogeneous dough. I take a baking frame with 30 to 21 centimeters, which are roughly 11.8 to 8.2 inches, and fill in my dough. Watch out, the dough does not rise and also does not change its shape much. So if you want to have a smooth surface, you really should smooth it out well beforehand. I bake the cake at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit with two-sided heat for 30 minutes. While the cake is in the oven, you can make the syrup. For the syrup, I take fresh oranges. Alternatively, you can also use blood oranges if you want to have a redder syrup. Here's a tip. If you want to get more juice out of your orange, you first roll it on a flat surface. This breaks up the fibers of the orange and makes it juicier and easier to squeeze. Squeezing 12 oranges takes a while and requires some muscles, but it's worth it because there's nothing like freshly squeezed orange juice. I then combine this with my sugar and Campari. I then fill the mixture into a pot. Of course, I could have mixed it directly in the pot. I then take the whole thing on the hob and let it simmer until the mass has thickened somewhat, or until it has reached a syrupy consistency. It is best to skim off some of the foam at the beginning, then you will get the remaining pieces of the oranges. Be careful to not let it boil over. This happens quickly if the stove is set too high. You can simply test the consistency on a small blade as you would when making jam. If it's no longer runny, then the syrup is done. As soon as the cake is baked, I poke a lot of holes in the dough with a skewer so that the syrup can soak in even better. I then pour the warm syrup over the dough. Some of the syrup ran out of the baking frame, but that is no problem. I just let it cool down and let the syrup soak in. After a while, I scoop up some of the syrup over the top. I had quite some leftover syrup because I've not boiled it so thickly as I was a little bit too impatient. Of course, you can keep it as you like. The longer you cook the syrup, the thicker it becomes. You just have to be careful that you can pour it over in the end.
Yeah, today we have a Campari orange cake. I got inspired by this because it's your father's favorite long drink and it's his birthday coming up. So yeah, I thought I would bake him this cake as a birthday surprise. And this is why we also just have a tasting bite here because the rest will be given as a present. Yeah.
Let's try it out.
Yeah, let's try it.
It looks very moist, juicy.
Yeah, it does. It's not only looking moist, it tastes also really moist. So I really like that about this cake.
But it's also very dense. So it's not the very lightweight cake. It's a really dense, compact one. From the taste, I'm not sure. It starts tasting a little bit like citron something. Mm-hmm. Then you have some orange, but at the end you have like a herb aftertaste where this...
Yeah, the bitterness from...
So it's definitely interesting. Not sure if I need to say it's awesome. It's not bad.
It's a little bit grainy also because there are almonds in there, and you described it also as dense. I would say it's like a little bit like a fudge brownie, the consistency. So I would not say it more as a dessert because then you have the fruitiness, like you said, which I really like. So you have a lot of depth in the flavor profile. But there is a taste, I think it's the eggs, which is a little bit surprising. I think it's in the middle. So you first taste the fruitiness and then the eggs or something like that.
And it's also a cake, you cannot eat a big piece. It's more like a small pieces, like if you have cut some small brownies or something, because you are stuffed after.
Yeah,
if you would have a normal piece this size, you will be stuffed.
True. Yeah. Yeah. So it's definitely something new and something different. So.
And I already imagine on the birthday the guessing, like not telling everyone what is in the cake, and then everyone, is it this? Is it this?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward if my father got it first and tastes like Campari orange.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, we have to do that, making a game out of it. What is the taste? Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I think maybe you try it out. Leave a comment how you like the cake, if you agree with us or not. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to no longer miss any new videos.